And so what I have here is I've got some water, and I've got a glass that's empty right now. So I'm going to fill this with water. Okay. I'm going to fill this all the way to the brim here. Okay, I'm going to fill this as full as I can possibly get it without spilling any. Right, it really has to be full for this to work. Okay. And there's a little air bubble there. I'm going to blow it out of the way, or see if I can pop it. There we go. Okay. And so, so now I have the cup that's completely full of water. And I'm just going to sort of slide this over so that it's under the other camera. I'll switch cameras so you can get a better look in a moment. And then I have some of the paper clips from our lab kit. And paper clips are made of steel. Steel, as you probably know, is denser than water. So when I drop these in, you should see that they go ahead and sink to the bottom. So let me switch cameras so that you can see that. Okay, so there's my paper clip. So I'm just going to drop it in, and boom, you see it sinks right to the very bottom there. Okay, and so this is hardly surprising. We know that steel is denser than water, and steel doesn't float. However, you can kind of get steel to, or these steel paper clips to exhibit the appearance of floating if I control carefully the way I place them in the water. So if I kind of slide them in from the side like so, then they do seem to float. So here, I'll do a couple so you can really see what I mean. Okay, so so it appears that at least for these paper clips, there is a way that I can get them to appear as though they're floating. So now, why is this? So the reason has to do with how water behaves at a microscopic level. The water molecules, basically, when they're in the bulk of the liquid, they're slipping past each other, you know, they're flowing and gushing, you know, just like how water does. But when you get up to the surface, something different is going on. The water molecules have a stronger attraction to each other than they do, say, to the air that's above them. And what this results in is the phenomenon known as surface tension. And so, to cut a long story short, what this does is it makes the surface of water to act like a very thin membrane that an object light enough, as light as a paperclip, can basically just sit on there and not fall through. And so these paper clips aren't really floating on the water so much as they're just kind of resting on top of it. And you can see if I go ahead and just nudge them, I can get them to sink all the way in.